Hi, today we will learn Dutch or Netherlands. But there is one sentence, or maybe more than one, but here is only one, with three zijn. Because in Dutch, this word zijn, it has two meanings. First is as are, and the other one is as his. And these small letters are just how I try to explain to my Indonesian viewers. So we kind of can pronounce it a bit correct, but again, I'm not a native, so this is the best I can do. And if you find this one, it is from this letter and this letter. In Dutch is I, and this one is J, or in English Y. It's not G. J is not J, but Y. So it's I, J, together, I. Sometimes they write it like this, sometimes they write it like this. So it is the same. And this letter, Dutch people pronounce it as S and Z. Zijn, z. You can write it like this or like this. This letter, I don't have liquid compartment in my throat. That's why sometimes, or most of the times, it's more into K and H. Because if I have to pronounce it correctly, I have to collect all the liquid from my surrounding throat area, collect, and then I'm ready to pronounce this one, ZIJNs. But it is impolite to make people wait when I'm doing collecting the liquid, so most of the times it becomes ZIJNs. Yeah, that's the best I can do, to be honest. And if you get this letter and then right after a consonant letter, it tend to be A. This one is the same like this. And this letter, V, for Indonesian is kind of more into F and V. F and then F again. Even though in Indonesia we have F and V, but most of the time it's kind of more into F, I think. But in Dutch, this V, you have to a bit. Of course, when the time is something that you really have to take care of, I will, or I might pronounce it as more into F, vakantie, but it should be and this one is tsi, vakantie, vakantie, tsi. Lots of words in Indonesian with this tsi replaced into si. This one, vakantie, tsi in Indonesia is vakantie. Or police in Dutch is politie, tsi in Indonesian politie. Dutch tsi in Indonesian si. Okay. And this one, if there is one consonant letter right after, is more into O and U, O. Some Dutch will not pronounce this letter, but I learn a new language and I have to be consistent and I have to remember which words have letter N at the end or which word doesn't have the N letter. That's why even though some Dutch people will not say this N, I will keep pronounce it because that is important. You have to remember. You cannot keep hearing this not being pronounced and then later you write it wrong without the N, because you might say, oh, there is N here, but you don't have to pronounce it, so it's not. That's why whenever there is N here and it's important to be written with the N at the end, I will pronounce it because it's important for me to remember it. But you might hear this letter, this word, without this N being pronounced. There are some words, I've already made that video about the N, the silent N. I will link the video below. And this is pronounced as ang. Wegens, due to or because of. Zijn. I will not pronounce the translation because you can just read it. Vakantie. Zijn winkels gesloten. Have to prepare the G. Gesloten. Some people might pronounce it as gesloten. I will pronounce it as gesloten. If I don't have time, I don't want to make people wait for the G due to my liquid collecting, I will pronounce it as gesloten. Gesloten. I hope it is good enough. And this winkel is shop. Winkels is shops. In Indonesian, there is a word bengkel, but it's not shop because shop is toko. This bengkel is a different kind of shop. I will write the translation below. And this shop in Indonesian is toko, but interesting thing in Dutch, toko is more into a bit canteen stuff. Shop and also a bit canteen stuff. Thank you.